Now, let's shift gears a little bit. One of the biggest sporting events of the year returns to Kenya this week, the WRC Safari Rally, which will feature updated routes, defending champions, and intriguing storylines to look out for. Our very own Emmanuel Ndungu explains.
The WRC Safari Rally Kenya is back. 39 drivers will be competing over 384 kilometers of the roughest, toughest terrain of the WRC calendar. The event is running this weekend from the 20th to the 23rd of March. The action kicks off in Nairobi for a head-to-head 4.76-kilometer stage at Kasarani Stadium, which runs in reverse this time round. The 2025 route includes a few other changes from previous years, including brand new stages. Super Stage 2 and 17 are on a new 8.15-kilometer route named Mzabibu, which features both technical and fast sections along the Malewa River. Friday's 32.2-kilometer Camp Moran route is also brand new for 2025, but uses some sections of what was last year's Sleeping Warrior stages. Many stages like Loldia, Elementaita and Soisambu are run in reverse this time round, while the Kedong route has significant changes, with the last 19.5 kilometers being removed.
The rally is longer than last year. The stage 3, there is some new stages also compared to last year, and those stages are quite rough. The average speed is lower, but it's some rocky places, etc. So I imagine that things will happen already on the stage 3. So yeah, for me it's going to be even more endurance than last year.
So who should you look out for? Well, Toyota GR Yaris are looking for a 5th consecutive Safari Rally win, with two-time world champion Kali Rovanpera and rally legend Sebastian Ogier claiming 2 wins apiece. Ogier won't be here to try and claim another Rally Kenya win, but championship leader Elfyn Evans on flying form will be for Toyota, with a struggling Rovanpera looking to regain his form. Top local prospects include Carl Tundo, who led the way for Kenya last year in Rally 2, with Skoda drivers Karan Patel and Akiv Varani following. The rally format may appear confusing, but it's relatively simple. The event has 21 stages, with the winner being the driver who completes all stages in the shortest time. Rallies are never smooth sailing though. Damage and technical issues are easy to come by, especially on Kenya's unique terrain. Repairs can be made for a limited time at the service park at predetermined periods at the beginning, end and middle of the day. Any work done that passes the time limit will get you a penalty. Once out on the course though, the driving crew is on their own, and they sometimes have to make repairs during stages and on road sections to limp to the garage at the next designated time. Drivers who are forced to retire due to crashes or mechanical failures are allowed to compete the next day, but with a 10-minute time penalty on the fastest stage time for every stage they miss. The pinnacle of rallying is on home soil again. Do not miss out on what will be a historic event. For Sporty Monday, I'm Emmanuel Ndungu.
That's our very own Emmanuel Ndungu explaining about the rally, and of course it vrooms off this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, epic action down in Naivasha. And of course, be sure to get all the details here on Sporty Monday, as well as our sports bulletins across the TVs and the radio and Citizen Digital. We have you covered. Mbare, I don't know whether you're a car or motorsport enthusiast, but we are looking forward to Vasha.
Yes, I'm a car enthusiast, but Swila, I'm not. I don't love speed, unfortunately. But
it's a very expensive sport.
Exactly. Swila, given that the commitment that goes to Safari Rally and the amount of hard work, it's not like football or rugby. This is a totally different sport. Just like Kianda said, this is not a normal sport that you just go and train and expect to win and become number one. You have to. Your car has to be in good shape. The team that you're working with has to be in good shape also. So I believe For fans, yes, it's a good thing to go and enjoy Naivasha and all that. But for the drivers, Swila, we know that many drivers actually had an issue with sponsorship. Even going to next week, they had issues with sponsorship. So it's a bit tricky for drivers going to Safari Rally and they don't have the sponsorship, the right channels, you know. So I believe that's a sector that these big companies can come in and try to help the drivers.
Absolutely.
Would you allow me just to mention this? Sometimes as Kenyans we forget the privilege we have to host the only leg of the WRC in Africa. And Mbari has mentioned about sponsorship. I had when our very own, because he's talking about our local drivers, the likes of Pauline Shegu, Gatimu and the rest, when they were really crying about sponsorship. And I remember in the last edition, there was some good sponsorship from Talanta Hela. And I was wondering what happened to Talanta Hela this time round. Because I always say that it's a big loss when those big drivers come here and we don't see our own doing at least something. So I want to believe that everyone is remembering how big it is to host this leg. Because we said that for almost 20 years, we did not have a WRC coming to Kenya. Of course, the reasons are known. So you saw the other day that some of the European countries are losing their legs because other countries like Saudi and the rest want to host the same thing. So we must remember the value and how privileged we are to be hosting this one so that we don't actually forget and turn away from what really is quite a blessing to us.
Okay.